Hi guys, Karmik here from iKarmik.com. I'd like to express my condolences for all that you have been going through, and I can see your faces, and it's a very, very emotional moment for us in the media as well. I, for the record, have been trying to, tell people to watch it in a theater only. We watched it in the theaters, but unfortunately, as media, we get a free show, so we couldn't contribute as much. But there are two questions that I have. One goes to the legal aid, Mr. Hitesh. I think the biggest problem that is coming out over here is that people do not fear piracy. The ones who are the perpetrators of the crime, the ones who actually are at the behest of it, do not fear the consequences of doing something like that. In my opinion, piracy to movies is what rape and murder is to human beings. Do you think the law needs to change and it needs to become criminal in nature? Criminal proceedings and not just civil proceedings should be meted out against people who have done this, number one. Number two, should the fear be instilled by creating more awareness? And number three, from the three of you, the four of you in fact, what would you like to say to the fans who are as much party to it as the others?
Undoubtedly, piracy is a serious issue, and piracy has killed this movie. There is no two doubts or two issues about it. As far as the law is concerned, the law is there, and there is sufficient deterrent in the system which can deal with the issue of the tackling of the piracy. But as Vivek mentioned earlier, implementation, execution, and awareness. We have to, as a first step going ahead, we have to create awareness that downloading on your personal PCs or on your phone is also a crime. It is not the person who are perpetrators, I mean those who have leaked, equally they are culprit, but those people who are downloading are also very big culprits. Now, as far as advanced jurisdictions are concerned, like when you look at United Kingdom, United States, they also face the same problem. The way they addressed the problem was, the Ministry of INB equivalent over there sent letters to every person, every household a letter was sent that please cooperate with the law. Downloading is illegal. So the first step is, instead of instilling the fear of criminality, because you cannot take anybody and everybody, practically it will be very difficult to achieve, to send the people behind the bars. But you have to create the awareness. And after the step one, a mass awareness is created, then you have to start also trying to look at some cases and start taking actions. So it's a question of basically, and then about the implementing authorities, also the authorities in power. You cannot just look at, oh, it is about just one movie which is a commercial issue. Our attitude should be changed. This is a systemic problem. Piracy, as you mentioned, is like a disease, and it requires a complete holistic approach by all the stakeholders, government authorities, judicial authorities, the police authorities. Everybody has to collectively address this issue as a serious issue and not just treat it, oh, this is like a piracy or a chalta hai attitude.
So two things I'd like to say here. One is that I'm not net savvy, so I didn't have any idea how rampant a film, if it's leaked before release, can get. In one day, Urta had about 6 lakh downloads and was shared multiply with every download. The most successful film has 3 crore viewers going into a theater. So when Great Grand Masti leaked 17 days in advance, and we decided to go to the courts, by the time we got our jurisdiction done, then we went to the ISPs. The ISPs allowed us to create firewalls to stop these torrent sites and all these things. It was 8 days gone. And even though the crime branch went ahead and did multiple raids, I used to have 5 people a day coming and telling me, outside the railway station we found copies. My driver has seen the film on his mobile. One of my guys was sitting in an Ola discussing Grand Masti. He said, "मेरे तो 8 ticket बच गए, मैं तो घर पे देख ली." So once a film is out there, even if there is a huge plan and the perpetrators are caught and everybody sits out there and goes ahead and says, okay, now we stopped it after 4 days, the amount of damage that's done, I didn't understand till I knew that my own staff had half the people seen the film.
No, I agree. I mean, that's exactly what I messaged you, Vivek. that, you can't stop. I mean, I had people in
Karmik,
my
thank you for supporting the film firstly.
But
Also,
I have to
thank
say
you for being a
something.
member
I
of the
mean,
media,
even-
telling people online and social medias to go out and see the film in the theaters.
But that's
Thank you
great
for
that the government supported us, the police have supported us. Now I want to see, once the crime branch comes with a report, what support comes our way to then, one, catch the perpetrators, and then, of course, help us get compensation from the people who did this. Because that is the real game. I mean, post somebody, I mean, you've cured me, but half the world already, 14 days, 10 days ago, we got the order cleared and everything stopped. But in 10 days, we lost our viewer completely.
So what do you have to say to the fans, Vivek,
Well,
after all of you?
what I'd like to say is that it's astounding. I mean, the estimated losses could be to the tune of 100 crores. It could be that big in terms of revenue. We could have lost 100 crores. That's 100 crores lost for the producers, the theater owners, the actors, the film industry as a whole. We've lost that revenue. And I just like to say to the fans as a plea, as a prayer, that it's not harmless. We've been harmed. It's not harmless to download. We've been harmed. We've been hurt. It's possible that you've not only killed the film by downloading it, it's possible you've killed a franchise that you've enjoyed for the last 12, 13 years. It's possible that you've hit it so hard that it might be difficult or almost impossible to come up with another installment because of the economic losses that have been created. And I agree with Ekta. I think that there has to be a compensation. There has to be culpability. There has to be someone who goes to jail for this crime. There has to be some way of an economic compensation to the people losing this kind of money. I mean, it's really unbearable as a loss.
Aftab and Ritesh, do you think that, rape and murder to human beings is the right parallel to draw when you say piracy to a movie? Yeah, Aftab and Ritesh, both of you.
Sorry, I couldn't.
I'm saying that, is it the right parallel to draw? What murder is to human beings or rape is to human beings is what piracy is to movies.
See, I don't personally like the term rape. I think it's a very negative term. Don't like to use that. But it's also a very sensitive term in this country. But what I'd like to say is, like I said earlier, is that it's our careers. Everybody sitting on this dais, we've all worked really hard. It's like when you try and create something, you spend so much of time, money, and effort to create it. People put in so much of money. We put in so many hours of work, and some random person comes and just kills it in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Of course, we feel completely stabbed in the back. We feel all our efforts have gone to waste. And coming back to your question, what would we like to say to the people out there, to our fans, people who've looked forward to this film for as long as we've looked forward to it too, is that, like you, even we are extremely sorry and hurt and sad and upset that somebody who's got no connection with this has come and just killed it for everybody. And like Vivek also said that, it's a franchise that's been nurtured and loved and created for over 12 years. It's a history. And now, unfortunately, it's come to this point that we have to face such an unfortunate incident. We're obviously very hurt. We're sad for the fans. We're sad for ourselves. And like Ekta and everyone rightfully said, that we hope that we would get compensated. At least people who put in the money should get compensated for something like this. And I would love to see a part 4 in this franchise. And someday, God willing, with the help of the media, the fans, people who believed in this franchise, that we can someday make a part 4.
Hi, I'm Abhishek Bachchan.
Hi, I'm Sunny Leone.
Hi, Farhan Akhtar.
Hello, this is Atsira. Hi, Dri.
Hi, this is Sonal Kapoor. Hi, everybody. I'm Katrina Kaif.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya Roy Kapoor.
For the latest updates on
Fashion, entertainment, and lifestyle. Don't forget to log on to www.iKarmik.com.
iKarmik.
iKarmik.